In the rugged fjords of 13th century Norway, nestled among the pine-clad cliffs, lay the village of Skogum. Here, life was defined by the sea, and from this place sailed the longship known as the Fjord Serpent, captained by Eirik the Iron Fist. Eirik was a formidable sailor, his face weathered by salt and sun, his eyes sharp with the cunning of a wolf. His second in command was Bjorn the Hunter, whose skill with a bow was unmatched, his silent stalking feared by the deer and the bear alike. Together they led a crew of 5 trusted comrades, Halvar the Strong, whose broad shoulders could hoist the mightiest of sails, Sigurd the Wise, whose knowledge of the stars guided their path, Leif the Quick, nimble and fast as an arrow, Olaf the Bold, fearless in battle, and Arne the Silent, whose quiet nature belied his strength and loyalty. Their mission was to sail west, to seek new lands, new trade routes, or perhaps the mythical Vinland. Their enemy was not man, but the unpredictable and often treacherous waters they navigated. The North Sea was a beast with moods as changeable as the sky above, and the Fjord Serpent was its reluctant prey. The voyage began with promise. The sea was calm, the winds favorable. The crew sang old Viking songs, their voices blending with the rhythmic creaking of the ship. But as they ventured further west, the sky darkened ominously. The sea, sensing their presence, began to stir. A storm was brewing, its approach heralded by thunder that echoed like the drums of the gods. Waves rose like mountains, and the winds howled with the ferocity of wolves. Eirik, standing at the helm, knew this was no ordinary squall, but a tempest that could make or break their journey. Under the wrath of the storm, the Fjord Serpent fought valiantly, but was no match for the unleashed fury of nature. Waves crashed over the ship, threatening to sweep the crew into the abyss. In the chaos, Sigurd the Wise was the first to go, swept away as he tried to secure a sail. Halvar, attempting to save him, met the same fate, his strength useless against the sea's cold embrace. The loss struck a blow to the heart of the crew, their numbers halved in an instant. With the storm showing no signs of abating, Eirik and Bjorn took command, their voices cutting through the wind, directing the remaining crew. Leif and Olaf clung to the ship, using their might to keep it from capsizing, while Arn, ever silent, navigated by sheer instinct, his hands steady on the ropes. Eirik, with eyes like steel, steered the ship through the maelstrom, his every move a dance with death. Bjorn, his arrows now useless, stood by his captain, his presence a silent testament to their undying resolve. Together they managed to keep the Fjord Serpent afloat, though its path was now dictated by the will of the storm. As dawn broke, the storm began to weaken, but not before one last cruel twist of fate. The Fjord Serpent, battered and broken, met its end against unseen rocks. The sea claiming its prize, the ship tattered, its pieces scattered across the strange unknown shore. Eirik and Bjorn, the only survivors, found themselves washed up on a land unlike any they had seen. The trees were different, the air was thick with unfamiliar scents, and the ground was soft and foreign beneath their feet. They were far from home, in a land that might have been Finland or something entirely new. Exhausted, both men knew the journey had changed them irrevocably. They had lost more than comrades. They had lost a part of themselves to the sea. But in this new world, there was no chance to start anew, to carve out a saga of not of conquest, but of survival and perhaps discovery. As they looked out over the unfamiliar horizon, Eirik spoke with a voice roughened by salt and sorrow. "We are Vikings, Bjorn. We do not die, we merely find new lands to conquer." And with that they began their trek inland, their spirits unbroken, their legacy yet to be written in this new land's history.